What is going on, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today, I am bringing you this rental code team created by one of our subscribers, Tumbleglass. Tumbleglass, we was talking in the comment section the other day about the differences on our Farigaraphs and how how could we intertwine. He's talked me almost into putting a citrus berry over a focus sash on my Farigarath. Anywho, his Farigarath is a more of a, it's like a dedicated Trick Room team basically. You got the Amoonguss once you get Trick Room out to spore everything. King Gambit and Armarouge are there for Trick Room, but King Gambit's really good outside of Trick Room too. Just kind of point that out. Indeedee, Armarouge, you've seen that combo before as a lead with the Expanding Force and Psychic Terrain. But yeah, this team has two Trick Room setters with the Rabsca and the Farigarath. Rabsca is kind of a secondary Trick Room setter, but it also gives you the Revival Blessing. I really like how it plays on this team, because I mean, if you really need that Revival Blessing off, it most of the time can pull it off for you, especially if the Trick Room is set up. Anyway, let's get into the question of the day of the video, and then we'll get started. The question of the day is, what is your New Year's resolution? And what is your New Year's, I guess, resolution, goals, whatever you guys want to call it. What are you guys wanting to try and accomplish? I'm going to try and keep mine. I'm going to give myself 2 goals this year. I got a YouTube goal, which is to get 1,000 subscribers onto the channel. And then I have a myself goal, and that is to exercise more and maybe try and lose some weight. I'm currently a pretty heavy guy, and I do want to lose some weight. So that is my 2 goals, is to lose weight and hit 1,000 subscribers onto the YouTube channel. Anyway, let's get into some battles. Alright, our opponent Mike Z is rocking out with Volcarona, Sylveon, King Gambit, Florges, Garchomp, and Grimmsnarl. Okay, what is his potential lead? Looking at our team, he definitely knows that we're a Trick Room team. With the Farigarath, you see the Armarouge. Yeah, I mean King Gambit too. Yeah, we're saying that we're a Trick Room team. So for him, he's definitely probably going to want some screens, and he probably wants to play the long game. I'm assuming screens plus maybe his own King Gambit to deal with our Farigarath is my assumption, right? So I don't hate the Armarouge, so that way we can at least threaten their King Gambit. I don't hate our King Gambit here as a lead. Armarouge, King Gambit. And then in the back, I don't hate the Indeedee for the Expanding Force. And let's go Rabsca. Let's see what we can pull off. Because we probably need, since we're leading 2 of our most offensive Pokemon on the team very, very early, it's a good chance that one of them gets knocked out. We can at least bring them back if we need them with Rabsca. So that's very nice. Alright, Grimmsnarl and Sylveon. Okay. Hey, that's fine with us. Actually, that's a good lead. Because now what we can do is threaten. We're threatening both of them, really. I think we want to try and take care of the Sylveon first, though, because really and truthfully, the Grimmsnarl is not that threatening, is it? Expanding Force ain't too bad. And all we need is a chip. There we go. That should do it. Fake out into the King Gambit slot, followed by a Hyper Voice. King Gambit does not like taking that though, friends. King Gambit does not like taking that Hyper Voice. That's a very big Hyper Voice. Expanding Force does come out into the Sylveon slot. We do not pick up. Well, we did good damage for what I wanted it to do, right? Thing is, what is King Gambit's Terra? It is flying. Okay, so yeah, we're not. That's not gonna save us here. That's what I'm worried about. Like King Gambit might go down to a Hyper Voice. I think we Armor Cannon to Sylveon. I really don't want King Gambit to go down, but I think it's going to, though. That's the thing. We can try and protect it, though, this turn. Thunder Wave coming out into the Armarouge slot. Don't like that. Hyper Voice does come out from the Sylveon. Let's see. I mean, we should take this with our Armarouge very comfortably-ish. We do get the Armor Cannon off. And we get the critical hit on the Sylveon. That's huge. Oh, that's huge. That's very nice. Very nice. So the initial plan was the Iron Head, expecting maybe like a reflect or light screen from the Grimmsnarl. No, he went for Fake Out, and then he went for Thunder Wave. So really and truthfully, does he even have any attacking moves? If he has screens, he does not. Alright, so they're still worried about the King Gambit. I'm okay going for Expanding Force into the Volcarona slot and going and switching DD in here. The thing is, though, the Volcarona will outspeed us. With the King Gambit, we could have maybe potentially gone for Sucker Punch, but I'm not seeing that doing too much damage. This at least does some pretty halfway decent damage. Like I said, the Grimmsnarl may not have... Thanks for the Flash Fire boost, by the way. The Grimmsnarl may not have an attacking move, but it does. It has Brick Break, so no screens Grimmsnarl potentially? Now if it's running Protect, then it don't. Unfortunately, we get fully paralyzed. Wow, okay. But now we shouldn't be worried about that Grimmsnarl, because a Prankster, obviously that's priority. Now we're in Psychic Terrain, though, so we're safe there. I don't hate throwing off a D-Gleam in this situation. And I could Terra Fairy and go for D-Gleam, and I'm not worried about that Bug Buzz now. And that'll be decent chip damage onto that Volcarona. But ideally, we're still doing really good damage to that Grimmsnarl. Taunt comes out. Like I said, Psychic Terrain, you ain't doing that. So that revealed the whole Grimmsnarl set. And Quiver Dance, very interesting. Very powerful, actually. Here comes a D-Gleam coming out. Decent chip on the Grimmsnarl. Followed up by our Expanding Force. If we can move... Yeah, if we can move, that would be ideal. But unfortunately, we're not able to be moving too much. We've tried the Expanding Force again. We need to start focusing onto that Volcarona. Jeez. And here we have been this whole time, but the fully paralyzation is really kind of screwing me over here. Being fully paralyzed every turn is a little bit unlucky unlucky for this team. A little bit. Let's see. What are they thinking? The thing is, they got that Quiver Dance. Yeah, you can't Thunder Wave, dude. Psychic Terrain, dude. I thought you already learned your lesson. Giga Drain coming out, and you get the critical hit. You better let me hit my Expanding Force into this Volcarona. You better let me have it. Special defense drop, fantastic. Into the Expanding Force. Let's go. Let's go. Huge damage. That is huge. Huge damage. We like to see that. Alright. we go for the same play again, basically. This time I am going for Follow Me. That way it forces the Volcarona to go into the Indeedee slot. Because in case it happens to have something and it wants to target the Armarouge, you can always, just say nope. Grimmsnarl, I'm not too worried about it being Brick Break as its only offensive option. The only thing I'm worried about is if I'll get fully paralyzed here. Yeah, 22 HP, we're fine. Let's go Expanding Force. Volcarona's down. Volcarona is down. Don't have to worry about that huge threat. And now we can go back out to King Gambit. We might be able to start wrapping this game up. Garchomp does come out though. Ooh. Garchomp's such a problem, right? Garchomp is the problem child. Could have maybe went to Rabsca instead, and then I still don't see us being able to get the Trick Room off. Expanding Force. I mean, he can just easily click Earthquake, can't he? I think this is still the play. Expanding Force into a Protect, and then we go into Rabsca and try and basically set up Trick Room. Here comes a Rock Slide. Can it miss? Please? It does not. And then the Grimmsnarl probably goes for Brick Break if I'm completely honest. Yep. 4 times effective, so yeah, that's definitely what he wants to go for. The weirdness has disappeared though, that's unfortunate. Alright. Rabsca, you got to get Trick Room up this turn. You just have to get the Trick Room up. And for you, really and truthfully, we revive. Who do we revive anyway? Maybe the Indeedee. Maybe we'll try and revive the Indeedee. And that means we probably need to get as much damage as we can onto this Garchomp. Thunder Wave does come out into the Rabsca. You gotta still get this Trick Room off. You got to get this Trick Room off. Synchronize. Hey, at least the Grimmsnarl is paralyzed as well. Fantastic. Sucker Punch does come out. How much does Garchomp take? That's quite a bit of damage. That is quite a bit of damage. And now, Rock Slide does come out. King Gambit survives. Can we get the Trick Room up? Can we get the Trick Room? That's important. There it is. Trick Room, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge. That is very, very huge. Now I'm able to go for a Revival Blessings as long as I don't get fully paralyzed. And I don't hate going for Sucker Punch now into the Garchomp and finish that off. Let's go for it. Protect, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Somehow we got out of this. Somehow we got out of this. There's the Revival Blessing. We're able to bring back Indeedee. So Indeedee is going to be in the back now. And Brick Break does come out and knocks out our King Gambit. So now Indeedee is alive and doing very well, right? Yeah, I'm not afraid of the Grimmsnarl. Absolutely not afraid. We want to go for Bug Buzz. We want to go for a D-Gleam. And we want to get this KO onto the Garchomp. We could go for Psychic. But I do think with the Bug Buzz help, I do think we are able to pick up this KO relatively well. As long as we don't get fully paralyzed, which we don't. And Bug Buzz just takes out Garchomp. Rabsca? Hello. Doing some work. Grimmsnarl was fully paralyzed, trying to go probably for some. Definitely going for that brick break, but you know what? Does not matter. And then Didi, looking healthy, back in the green. At one point he was fainted. Now you're healthy again. That's awesome. I love Rabsca when it does that combo. Bug Buzz coming out, and Grimmsnarl is out of here. Rabsca for game number 1. We get the win. Fantastic. Alright, our next opponent is a Dondozo team. Rocking out with Dondozo, Arcanine, Tatsugiri, Murkrow, Goat, and Lonix. Okay, so what does that thing do? I know in the overworld it's like super fast, but is it actually that fast? I don't think it necessarily is. Anyway, we know what our opponent thinks of our team. It's a full Trick Room team. How are they going to stop our Trick Room? Really and truthfully, they only have, like, to me, I see one lead option from our opponent's team, minus the low Hicks, or I'm not saying it yet. I'm not good with this name, but the only lead option I really see is Murkrow and Go. Our opponent can do. We can counter that with Armarouge, and really and truthfully, Indeedee, Armarouge and Indeedee. I do think we need to bring our own Amoonguss in this matchup, just because we have the clear smile. We can definitely threaten the Dondozo that way. And then in the back, I mean, I just think the good damage from King Gambit or Farigiraf is going to be nice. We got Thunderbolt. Let's go. Maybe that's the reason why we have Thunderbolt too, is for Dondozo. So let's use it. Because the Clear Smile plus Thunderbolt play, he may actually, that might actually do quite a bit of damage to Dondozo. Plus, I mean, imagine if we put him asleep or something, then we're not as threatened by him. Yeah, I mean, Dondozo has a lot of counterplay. Dondozo can seem be overwhelming, though. Murkrow Arcanine. Okay, I kind of want to see what this does. I kind of want to see what it does. Because overall, I'm not that threatened by Murkrow. I am not too threatened here. There is, obviously, you know, he's going to probably be thinking about going for that Tailwind. That is fine if you do, my friend. Go for it. I don't hate this. Hits both of them relatively hard. Taunt coming out. You can't do that in Psychic Terrain, my friend. You just cannot do it. Snarl does come out. Snarl will mess me up a little bit, actually. But Dealing still does decent damage. Expanding Force, though, will be doing... It still does quite a bit of damage to the Arcanine, even if we're at -1, right? Yeah. Ouch. You know what I'm saying? That does some damage. Reveals that he's Citrus Berry, so he is not Safety Goggles Arcanine. So that's very huge for us, actually. Getting that information now is very, very nice. We're still expending Force here. They haven't showed me anything I need to be afraid of. Snarl's obvious. If I had King Gambit, that would have been a nice switch. But we can still go into Farigiraf here with our Indeedee swap. And basically yeah. No Snarl coming out. And now we can try and set up Trick Room against the Dondozo. Maybe even a Tatsugiri? Maybe. He might be trying to set up Trick Room, or Tailwind, though. So let's see what he wants to do. Excuse me. Yeah, there's the Tailwind. We're definitely wanting to try and set up the Trick Room, and we're going to be one turn behind him. Hopefully, is the plan, right? That meaning we're just gonna feel really, really overwhelming to him. We go into the Amoonguss here, and it's like how you lag a Tailwind, you know. Like if you Tailwind a turn after the opponent Tailwinds, you have so much more of an advantage because you're able to just optimize, and you can definitely set the. They're in a position where they have to try and pick up KOs faster than obviously you're trying to pick up KOs. You can take an extra turn to really mess them up, you know. Alright, so Dondozo. Swallowing the yellow Tatsugiri. I'm pretty certain, right? Is that the speed one? Correct? I mean, we might find out if he goes for the order up. But either or, I don't feel like I'm as threatened as long as it's not the attack boost, right? Because Dondozo's crazy strong. Earthquake does come out. For Rigoraph should take this. Yeah. With our Citrus Berry, we're sitting just fine. And I mean, we got Moongus and for Rigoraph here. We go for Trick Room. And all we gotta do, right, is go for Clear Smog. Clear Smog plus Thunderbolt is not too bad of a combo here. I could try and go for Sleep with the Spore, but we don't necessarily 100% know the Dondozo's item. So to me, I think it's best if we just do this combo this turn anyway. We might switch it up next turn, but right now this turn, I think this is alright. He is terrestrializing. Okay. Probably into a Steel type, so he can't get Clear Smogged. Dragon type. That doesn't stop the Clear Smog at all, my friend. That does not stop the Clear Smog at all. To me, you're committing terrestrialization on probably the wrong one. Not my opinion. Because here comes the order up, so now we gotta see what the yellow one boosts. I'm pretty sure it's speed. Yeah, speed. Which makes you slower. It does make you slower. And I'm gonna shoot for that Spore now. Spore, Twin Beam, like I said, I prefer Psychic over Twin Beam. I get the point though of it. It's still a good tech. We'll still go for it. We got the Spore off. Let's see, do you have any way to, you're not waking up, so you're good. Yeah, I mean, this is Psychic Terrain boosted. That's still good damage. Psychic wouldn't have done that much more. We might have been able to pick up a KO this turn if we went for Psychic. If we had it. But you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Dondozo's asleep. His force is probably... We're going to outspeed him anyway next turn. So, yeah, we're fine. And Amoonguss, we'll switch you out. Get a decent board position back. We go into Indeedee. And... we go for Twin Beam. I think we're fine here. Because Indeedee, I feel like Indeedee's, it will help us with the Tatsugiri matchup anyway. Amoonguss ain't bad here. But this gives us a Psychic Terrain back, you know. Psychic Terrain's super nice. And Dondozo is down. I wish our Twin Beam would, hey, Dondozo went down on one. Can we hit the second one onto the Tatsugiri slot? That would be awesome. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. But that would have been decent damage into that Tatsugiri right there. Really, really decent damage. And that would give me a big enough reason to run Twin Beam over Psychic, you know? Oh, it hits the second one if the first one just goes down. That would be awesome. Arcanine comes out. We can expect a Snarl here. This Arcanine is built to be very defensively played. So we can expect a Snarl. Probably KOs the Farigiraf, right? But we can definitely do some really good damage to the Tatsugiri as long as it doesn't protect. And the reason I'm afraid of the protect, so we're gonna go for Twin Beam. There was no protect, so we could have actually targeted into the Tatsugiri, but that's okay. Get decent damage off onto the Arcanine, followed up with a Psychic into the Tatsugiri, doing exactly half. Here comes a Heat Wave, missing the Farigiraf into our Indeedee slot though. It doesn't do that much damage. Followed up with a Draco Meteor to pick up the KO. Jeez. And was this? We might, no, yeah, I'm about to say that's our last turn of Trick Room. Okay. Yeah, Moongus. Moongus is fine here. We can expect a Snarl Heat Wave combo. I think we're fine though. Going for a Spore into a... I mean, if we can get Trick Room off again, that would be huge. Let's do that. Tatsugiri does switch out. So, I mean, if he's going for a Flare Blitz, or... I mean, he showed Heat Wave. So, I mean, most likely... Yeah, that's what he's going to go for. He does take out the Farigiraf, but we do put the Arcanine asleep. So that's really, really good. Putting the Arcanine asleep. It already showed that it's Citrus Berry, so it's not safety goggles. So hey, you know what? That information comes handy into this end game right here. Arcanine's asleep. Murkrow's thinking, okay, well I can set Tailwind up now. That's for free, and we're gonna be the fastest thing on the field. Go for it, Murkrow. Really and truthfully, you're already the fastest thing on the field. So if you do that combo, I'm fine with that. 110%. We can go Armor Cannon. We Spore plus Armor Cannon into the Murkrow slot this turn. I'm fine with. Just because basically that's the only way I can hit the Murkrow. Basically. I need to then switch Armarouge out. So that way then I can don't have the defense drops. But Arcanine switches out for the Tatsugiri. That's good though, right? Taunt coming out, but you can't do it because of the Psychic Terrain. Armarouge is faster. Do we pick up this KO? Because if we do, then we're able to put the Tatsugiri asleep, and then he has 2 Pokemon asleep. Yo, we got Murkrow. Fantastic. Now we can just click the Expanding Force, and I think we're fine. I think we are fine. Because Tatsugiri's got to take a turn of sleep. Arcanine's not threatening enough to really scare the Armarouge out now. Yes, we just dropped our special defense, but I think we're fine. Because the Arcanine doesn't have its strongest attack against us is Snarl. It's just not going to break the Armarouge. It just won't. So to me, Amoonguss definitely done its job. We can't switch it out though, unfortunate. Oh, we couldn't switch it out anyway, so taking out the Murkrow was the best play possible. We'll go expanding or Clear Smog plus Expanding Force, and this should be game. This really should be game. Battle was canceled. Fantastic. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go. Alright, third and final battle. We're going up against Telmo. Now, if I get this win, expect this same team come back again on Monday's video. Just saying. Because, I mean, this team is really, really good. Like, I really like this team. And so, I want to keep playing with it. As long as I get this win, or you guys put 10 likes on this video, this team will come back for another video. Anyway. What's our opponent thinking? Our opponent definitely should know that we're Trick Room. I mean, look at our team. We're definitely Trick Room. Now, what our opponent wants to do against a Trick Room, they definitely want to try and stop the Farigiraf from setting it up. Their team is designed for that. Hydreigon really is tough for this team, I think, personally, to handle. That is one thing. Though I do like the Indeedee. Indeedee Amoonguss is kind of weird, but it kind of works against, like, if they want to lead the Hydreigon, don't it? That might be our best bet if they lead the Hydreigon. Armarouge. And let's go King Gambit. Let's see. Going very, I wouldn't say passive, because our Indeedee is meant to do some huge damage to a Hydreigon if they lead it. with the Amoonguss support, but then you have super powerful Pokemon in the back as well. So let's see, Gamora and Grimmsnarl against our Indeedee Amoonguss. Okay, so I don't necessarily hate this though, right? No, I don't think we do. What's Glamour's typing? It is Rock Poison. So we can definitely still throw a Psychic right at it. Definitely can. I don't hate the Spore into a Grimmsnarl either. I don't hate that at all. Grimmsnarl could have Misty Terrain. That would be huge actually if it went for that. But no, it has screens. Okay. And Light Screen may. Mortal Spin. What does that do? Poisons the Indeedee. I'm assuming it probably poisons both targets. It actually poisons the Amoonguss as well. Really? Amoonguss being a poison type, that's kind of weird. That's cool. We do pick it out. Even with the Light Screen, but that's due to the crit. So the Light Screen's not even involved. Indeedee picks out a huge KO there. And now we go for the Spore. Putting the Grimmsnarl nice and sleep, you know? I mean, don't have to worry about you. That critical hit, I think that might have been huge. Now, what kind of poison is this? Is this badly poisoned, or is this just regular poison? That looks like it could be just regular poison. But I'm not 100%. Not 100%. If it's badly poisoned, we'll know in a few turns when we're taking a lot more damage. But either or, that's... Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad trade-off, though. Poisoning both targets for a certain Pokemon, you know, that could be really, really beneficial. Mortal Spin. I might have to keep that in my back of my strategies. I might have to write that one down. That one's actually kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind putting that Dragonite asleep. I would not mind putting that thing asleep as well. And I don't think there's no way they can actually stop us from doing so. So let's put him asleep as well. Grimmsnarl is forced to sleep this turn. Put Dragonite asleep. Outrage coming out. What if I tear it into a fairy type, my friend? What if I tear myself into that fairy typing? That is multi-scale Dragonite. Just saying. Our Deagley should be doing a lot more damage than that. Granted, there's a Light Screen, so that might not be, but man, it's... Ooh, Lumberry. Welcome up. I don't think there's a point to Tara or Indeedee in this situation. In fact, us losing our Indeedee this coming up turn is not the end of the world for me. If that is that what happens, you know? As long as I can say I put this Dragonite asleep, I think that's probably the more important thing. So let's go for Follow Me into a Spore. Follow me into a Spore. Alright, so Outrage. Grimmsnarl does wake up, that's unfortunate, and sets up a Reflect. Like I said, that's a little bit unfortunate, but that's not the end of the world. As Indeedee does go down. Indeedee technically didn't do its job, and I'm still a little bit afraid of the Hydreigon. Believe that or not. Indeedee could have done more. But we let Indeedee because of potential Hydreigon lead. They didn't lead. So, I mean, we're okay. We're not in the worst spot. Now we go into King Gambit. And we see if we can try and pick up this KO onto this Grimmsnarl here. We are Life 4 boosted. Let's see what we can pull off. If we don't pick up the KO, I'll hate just sporing again. Amoonguss is here just to spore. Be very, very annoying. We could have probably went for Rage Powder because the Grimmsnarl probably might be packing my Brick Break. But no, it's Spirit Break. Okay. And thanks for the Defiant boost, my friend. Thank you for the Defiant boost. We will take that all the way to the bank as you go down. Run snarls down. Thank you for the Defiant boost. And what is next? We can expect, if it's a Hydreigon, then we're definitely gonna have to be playing just a little bit careful here. I definitely. Let's see though. Who is your last Pokemon? It is their own King Gambit. Okay. Supreme Overlord. That's the one I would want to run personally as well. Supreme Overlord. Our King Gambit should be safe here to go for, what's that called? Koto Cleave. And then we go into Spore into that. Yeah, that's fine. You want to protect that, that's all good. And Dragonite does wake up though. Is it going for Outrage? Okay. King Gambit, our King Gambit takes that all day, dude. And now, I was almost afraid of the Earthquake, but we got a critical hit onto the Dragonite. You know what? We'll take that. We'll take that. And now, I mean, obviously, we're threatening to put him asleep this turn. And, I mean, really and truthfully, he should be more afraid of our own King Gambit than our Amoonguss, right? Should he? Should he be afraid of our Amoonguss? Because he doesn't want to go to sleep, though. That's the biggest thing. We do have our own Armarouge here, so if we do happen to make a... I think we can go a pretty big play here. And that is doing the Cleave plus the Spore. He gets to choose which one he wants to take out. But one of them is going off. And, okay, so now you terrestrialize him. That makes... Okay, that's fine. Now tells me now I can go for Iron Head. And it's going to do neutral damage. That's good information. Sucker Punch does come out though. Yeah, that does pick up the KO. But that means now I'm going to put you asleep. Keep that in mind. Now you get to go night-night. And I mean, this is a guaranteed sleep turn this turn. And I can go for Armor Cannon, right? And I can go for Clear Smog too. Clear Smog now affects you, my friend. So Amoonguss is actually going to be able to do something now. So that's really, really nice for us. Armor Cannon. Have we terrestrialized? We have not. So we can terrestrialize grass for that defensive terrestrialization. Go for an Armor Cannon. And Clear Smog this turn, because this is a guaranteed sleep turn. I think we're looking good. I think we are looking great, actually. Alright, let's go. King Gambit's fast asleep. And we're able to go for the big Armor Cannon. And hopefully this picks up KO. If not, we're still fine. Oh, wow. That did literally no damage. Clear Smog. How much damage? Yeah, I mean, that's... Alright, I mean, that's half. Like, we did exactly half to him with this combo. So as long as he sleeps this turn, we should have this win. Like, we can be afraid of the Sucker Punch, but... Because that's going to be a powerful Sucker Punch. Stay asleep, stay asleep. Thank you! Let's go. That should be game. That should be game. Armor Cannon into a Clear Smog. Yep, that should be game. If we don't pick up this KO with Clear Smog, we protect Armarouge with Clear Smog again. Fantastic. Oh, that's the game. Fantastic stuff. We win we win 3 games. That's really, really nice with this team. So that's what I'm saying. We're going to use this team again. Anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy today's video, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are new, this is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.